Some stories aren't written with ink. They're written with sweat, with struggle, with silent battles no one sees. This is the story of a boy who refused to give up. A boy named A. Arav was born in a poor village. His father was a farmer who barely earned enough. His mother sold handmade bangles to support the family. Life was never easy, but even as a little child, Arav had eyes full of dreams. While others dreamt of toys, Arav dreamt of classrooms, chalk and blackboards. He didn't know how, but he knew he wanted to learn, to grow, to rise above the life he was born into. Every morning, he walked 5 kilometers barefoot to reach his school, through scorching heat, pouring rain, and biting cold. Other kids laughed at his torn uniform, but Arav never looked down. He kept walking, head held high, heart full of fire. He reached school with dust on his feet, but light in his eyes. He listened carefully, wrote slowly, and smiled widely, even when his stomach was empty. Back home, power cuts were common, but that never stopped Arav. He would sit under the village street lamp with his books open and dreams alive. When others slept, he whispered to himself, "One more page, Arav, just one more step closer to the dream." But life wasn't fair. Arav failed his first board exam. His classmates laughed. His relatives whispered, "He's just not smart enough." He failed again and again, 3 times in total. Each time, people gave up on him. But he never gave up on himself. "Failure doesn't define me," he said. "Trying again does." To support his education, Arav took a job at a tea stall. He served customers all day and read books in between orders. The world saw a tea boy, but inside him lived a silent warrior. He studied formulas with chai stains on the pages. He memorized history while washing cups. He never complained, never cursed life. He just kept going. Years later, after countless hours of struggle, he sat down for one final attempt. He gave it everything he had. Days turned into nights. Doubt turned into discipline. And then one day, a letter arrived. His hands trembled as he opened it. He got in. He was accepted into a top engineering college. The same boy who once failed 3 times had now made it. College was another mountain. He didn't speak fluent English. He didn't have money for proper clothes. But he had one thing others didn't: grit. He worked harder than anyone. He stayed late in labs. He asked questions when others stayed silent. In 4 years, he went from the backbench to the stage. He graduated with honors. Today, Arav is a motivational speaker, a software engineer, and an inspiration for millions. But he doesn't boast. He just smiles and says, "It was never about being the best. It was about never quitting when I was at my worst." You don't need to be born rich. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to try, fall, rise, try again. Be like Arav, the boy who never gave up, because one day your story will inspire the world too. You don't need to be born rich. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to try, fall, rise, try again. Be like Arav, the boy who never gave up, because one day your story will inspire the world too.